Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I thought I'd try to redo something that I did quite a while ago. If you are new to my channel, maybe you haven't already seen the video I posted that had the title PSP, PSP, and PSP, where basically I showed everyone my PSP collection. So I figured out a way where I can do it again and use this PSP capturing software that I figured out how to make to work. So as you can probably tell, since there's no noise except for the background music, that this is a being made on my mother's computer again. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you my PSP collection, and I'm going to basically tell you a little bit about the game, and then that's basically the whole video. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so first we have, it goes in the order of most recently played. So as you can see, Dissidia 012 Final Fantasy. It's sort of, Dissidia 012 Final Fantasy was kind of a remake from Dissidia Duodecim Final Fantasy. So like if you had the older version, then you got this new version, then you could just transfer your data, which is good because you don't want to have to do everything all over again. And it's a very good game. It's very long. It has its faults, and like the lip syncing is not that good for the characters, but the gameplay is addicting. It's fun, and I just can't recommend it enough. If you have a PSP and you don't have this game, you should definitely pick it up. It's worth a buy. Next we have Final Fantasy 4 for the PSP. I am playing it just now. I found out that I can actually record the gameplay without having my PSP wig out, so when I finish it, I might do a review for it, but I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do that because for some reason the frame rate is terrible. So also, if you see like some numbers in the upper right corner for the of the video, I'm sorry, I turned on the frame rate counter and I am trying to see that if it will appear if I turn off the option for my recording software after I finish recording, to see if it'll still be there or not. So this is basically a test, but I don't think it'll be there, at least I hope not. It's a very good game. I haven't really finished just the Final Fantasy 4 because this is the complete collection that has Final Fantasy 4 interludes and after years, so it's like a complete collection, so it's like a lot of game to go through, so I don't have an honest opinion about it yet, but I'm just playing through it now and I have to say I'm having a lot of fun. Here's some more from Final Fantasy Duodecim. This is Gran Turismo for the PSP. It's the first Gran Turismo game to appear on the PSP, and I also did a review for it, which I will link in the ending. A very good game, has a lot of cars, they feel different, you can tune only 20 specific cars to your favorites. Only 20 cars you can assign to your favorites, and then you can customly tune them to your liking and how you prefer to drive, which is interesting, and it's a good game for racing if you like racing. And now we have Shaun White Snowboarding, which is obviously a snowboarding game. I actually finished it, as you can see. I got all of the golden crowns, and it's a very fun game about snowboarding, especially on a handheld. So I definitely recommend this. You pick it up if you have the money and the time. It's kind of a short experience. I got it with a limited edition bundle with the Prince of Persia, the Rival Swords, which is like the third Prince of Persia game in the Prince of Persia trilogy. I got it with this, so it was worth it. And yeah, this is also a game worth buying. Let's replay that. And also, Lord of Arcana. I finished this game, and I have to say, it was awesome. The combos that you can do in the game, the combat, the monsters are all very challenging, and there's this actual boss that I still haven't defeated yet. He's called Siegfried MK0, and I still haven't defeated him. It just takes so much time just to get to him, so I'm gonna have to try again when I feel like it, and I haven't played the game for a long time and I miss it. Definitely recommend it for a buy. And here we have Michael Jackson: The Experience. It's a lot more terrible than you would think. It's not really as big of an experience as it's cracked up to be. Like I also said in one of my reviews for it. I'm actually gonna paste a link to the whole playlist of PSP related reviews that I have on my channel. That'll be easier. So yeah, that's the Michael Jackson: The Experience. Still worth a buy if you can find it cheap. And we have Bakugan: Defenders of the Core. Okay, this is a different save, but yeah, this is basically Bakugan: Defenders of the Core, which is a very good game if you like Bakugan, and it's not limited to strategy gaming like the ones that's on the PS2 was on the PS2. That was Bakugan Battle Brawlers. This is basically following, like, as you can see, Bakugan New Destroy, I think. I don't remember because Bakugan New Destroy, Gundalian Invaders and whatnot, I keep forgetting. So yeah, it's a good game. You should buy it if you have the money. You have Phantasy Star Portable 2. Definitely the better Phantasy Star Portable 2 in the series. The first one was okay, but the second one just was flat out better than the first one. More likable characters, better story, and overall just better. And Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Heroes 3. Definitely better than the previous Naruto Ninja Heroes that came out on the PSP. It's actually my sister's game, but as you can see, I've racked up 48 hours playing it, and it's a very good game. Definitely a better game in the Naruto franchise for the PSP. And here we have Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker for the PSP. I actually did a review for this also, and I have to say I played a lot on it. As you can see, I have 134 hours. And it's just an overall good game. It's action-packed. The story is definitely better than previous Metal Gear Solid games, although I wouldn't know because I never played them, but it is a very good addition to the franchise. And yeah, it's also, as you can see, very long. Next we have The Third Birthday, which is a game in the Parasite Eve series, although I have never played any of the Parasite Eve games except for this one, although I wanted to get the special edition, but yeah, I couldn't, which is a shame. But controls are very stiff. Aya Brea, which is the main protagonist that you play as, does not move as fast as she should in these critical situations she finds herself in, and I bet that on the harder difficulty setting modes it's going to be a killer to get through, but oh well. It's fun nonetheless. If you like guns, it's very chock full of guns. Definitely should buy it if you have the money and the time to rip your own hair out. It's also a very good game. You should buy that if you can find it. And also Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, the only Assassin's Creed game on the PSP. And it's very good. It follows the sort of like how you could say the gap between Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, and it also explains how Ezio found his wife. If you're wondering why I'm skipping over some stuff, it's just some replay data and some other stuff that's from other games that I already covered. So FIFA 13, I only played through one season of it, but it is a good, I could say, representation of football, but honestly it's not really the best football game that I've played on the PSP. I don't like it because you don't have a lot of attacking options when you attack. And controls are very stiff because it's a PSP. So it's good, but it's not the best game that I've played with football on my PSP. And here we have Phantasy Star Portable, the original game that I played first and I loved, but then I loved the second one more. What is there more to say? It's basically just like Phantasy Star Portable 2, only a little bit worse, but not so bad. It still has a bunch of weapons, just like the second game, and it is a good game. Next we have Midnight Club LA Remix. This game I don't actually have. I rented it, and this is just the save data. And then we have Tenshu Shadow Assassins, which I own. I actually bought for my birthday as a present for myself. And it is actually a very good stealth game. You play Rikimaru, and you can also play as a different ninja called Ayame, which is a very good stealth game. And I have to say, I love tricking guards and killing them and shoving them in jugs. Okay. And not those jugs that you're thinking about. Anyway. And we have Tekken 6 for the PSP, which is a very good game. It's basically like a clone of Tekken Dark Resurrection, which is also a very good game. But it's a good fighter, and I recommend to you to buy it if you can find it. And we have Patapon 2, that I haven't actually gotten too far in, but it is a very funny game, albeit if a little weird, but it's Patapon, it's catchy. And here we have Disney Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest, which is basically like Pirates of the Caribbean second movie. Game for the second movie, and yeah, that's basically it. And it's a good game. I mean, the graphics are not so good, but yeah, it's a good game. You should pick it up when you find it, or if you don't have anything else to play. It's a good waste of time. And then you have Disney Pirates of the Caribbean at the World End, which is the third game that is after the movie. So as you can tell, yeah, it's a third game. Because after the third movie with the Pirates of the Caribbean, the combat system is a lot more combo-oriented. Definitely better than the second game, and yeah, you should definitely buy it if you are a big fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean. And then we have God of War Chains of Olympus. I have to say, the graphics and the music and everything in the combat is almost exactly the same like God of War, but so much better, and especially the graphics being so good on a handheld, I'm amazed that they could have pulled that off. And then we have X-Men Origins Wolverine. I haven't finished this game, as you can see it's only 37% completed. I haven't really bothered to play it because I didn't really like it, so maybe one day I'll manage to pick it up and get an honest opinion. The graphics are not that good. The gameplay is fun, I guess, but then it gets kind of boring. Next we have God of War Ghost of Sparta. Yes, I have both games, and it is also, just like Chains of Olympus, a very good game. The story is great, just like Chains of Olympus. Star Wars Battlefront 2, I actually have the game, but I don't really like it, so I'm trying to sell the game. Yeah. And we have Mod Nation Racers. I haven't played this go-kart game a lot, as you can see. It's only like 51 minutes, I think. And yeah, it's a good kart racing game. I didn't really pay much attention to it. And Prince of Persia: The Rival Swords, which is the third Prince of Persia game in the Prince of Persia trilogy. And yeah, it is called Rival Swords because they made it different, gave it a different name on the PSP, contrary to Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones, which is what it's actually called. And I actually have the trilogy for the Prince of Persia on the PC. And here we have Tekken Dark Resurrection, which is basically like Tekken 5 for the PSP. And Final Fantasy II, which I have to say, I loved playing through it. It's a very good RPG game. And you have Tomb Raider Anniversary for the PSP, which was also almost exactly the same to the PS2 version. And I actually own this game. The Transformers 2 is a rented game. I didn't really like it that much. Enough said. Final Fantasy, the original Final Fantasy game. I love this one also. I have a lot of fond memories about it, and it was just a whole lot of fun to play it. And Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Legend of Aang is also a rented game. I had fun with it. I didn't finish it, but what can you do? It's a rented game. I can't really make a good give a good opinion on it because I haven't finished it. So there. And we have FIFA 09, which is also a rented game that I didn't complete. Then we have Naruto Ultimate Ninja Heroes, which is also a rented game, which I haven't completed because it was too difficult. So there. And then we have Burnout Dominator, which was also a rented game. I didn't actually finish it because the last level was giving me it was a pain in the neck. So, but it is a good game. I mean, if you don't have a PS2 and you can't play Burnout Revenge, which was my favorite PS2 game. It's a good one, I guess, but I think Burnout Legends was better, although I don't know because I haven't bought or rented or played that one. We have Sims 2, which is a game that my sister bought, but now she has no idea where it is. PES Pro Evolution Soccer 2012, also a rented game. I haven't gotten far in it because I didn't like the controls. Splinter Cell Essentials, also a rented game. I haven't gotten far because I got stuck. I couldn't find out where to go. And Ridge Racer, a great game. I loved it, although since it was a rented game, I didn't have much time to finish it, and my financial situation not being very great, I couldn't rent it again. So that's that. Still a good game. And Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles. I had no idea that this was an 8-bit old type game, and I have to say I didn't really get far in it because I didn't really know how to do it, because it was like those old type platformers like Mario and stuff like that, and I haven't played those. Corrupt data, what the hell is that? Anyway, Juiced Eliminator. I didn't finish this game because I hate it, because I always lost my cars with pink slip races. They also rented game. These are all my replays from Gran Turismo. And here we have NBA 2K10, which is it actually is a very good basketball game on the PSP. I have to say I had fun with it. And it's also a rented game. Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squad, also a rented game. You can see I didn't get very far in it because I basically just got bored of it. FIFA South Africa, also a rented game. Was in a different language, so I couldn't set the language to English, so I didn't play far in it because I couldn't understand what on earth I was doing. Also a rented game, Need for Speed Most Wanted, also a game that was rented that I had not too much passion to play. Still fun to be chased by the police. Star Wars Lethal Alliance, also a game that's rented. I got pretty far, but then I just lost interest. Assassin's Creed, and then Shaolin Showdown. A very big disappointment actually in the Shaolin Showdown games, because I actually thought that it was going to be a good game. I guess I was wrong. Also a rented game. And the last one we have Need for Speed Carbon Own the City. I have to say I like this game. I like the storyline. I love racing. There's a lot of replayability. It's very good. The graphics, I can't really remember whether or not they were good, but I guess they are, how you say, average. So yeah, it's a good game and I love it, because you can have your own crew. And that's basically it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully, soon. If I can get a computer. Bye.